Coach Devitt. Congratulations on your first win of the season and your first win as head coach of the Hartford Hawks. So right out of the gate, what does this one mean for you and for the guys in that locker room?
Well, Ed, it's a really important one because we respect Northern Vermont-Lyndon very much, and their style is hard to play against. They want to multiply possessions, they want to shoot 35 threes a night. So to be able to impose our will for most of the contest was very positive for us, for sure.
And that reaction was pretty telling. We heard the guys in the locker room afterwards. We heard the celebration ring out. To get that first one in the books for you and for the players, can you talk about what that means personally? And
For sure. These students are working very hard. They've been through a lot, and in a game like this, being on the floor is a privilege. It's not a right. And the reality is, as a coach, these young men make it hard for us, to determine playing time. And so I want them all to get minutes. And it's just unfortunate that we only play 5 out there. So the fact that everyone on the roster was able to get in the game is very, very positive for us. And I think if everyone can just build from their minutes, getting in, I think we can get at least 1% better today.
you mentioned imposing your will and being able to do that early on. It seemed like it was a little back and forth in the first couple of minutes, and then you guys went on a couple really big runs. Your leaders in the game, the guys you're going to be counting on for big minutes. How important was it for them to set that tone early?
It was very important. So we had 48 points in the paint, and Jared Kimber was very good inside. He's got to be a finisher for us, and he was tonight. Tom Webley is going to be terrific. He's got more confidence. He needs to work on a couple of things, and I think he really, and we've always talked about it with Tom, he needs to walk into a room like he's a bear. And he's such an unbelievable human being. He's a 4.0 student, and he's a very talented player, but when he walks in, we want him to have a little swagger. So a game like this helps him develop that.
There was a lot of excitement, not just from the guys on the floor, but you saw it when your starters were in, the bench was supporting them. When the bench was in, your starters were the first ones cheering them and celebrating. Talk about that team chemistry and the atmosphere you guys built.
No question, and I think we emphasized that beforehand. We wanted to remain connected, and if something good happens, we really want to emphasize it and just get that positive vibe out into the universe. And one of our challenges, and it's just kind of the makeup of our team, is we have 7 veterans, and then you have 7 or 8 freshmen, and trying to bring them together oftentimes is I've tried to do it other places. It's difficult. So if those 2 groups can become one and share in each other's successes, that's another way of getting us better.
And just one more for you before we let you go. You talked about the importance of getting those guys minutes and the 2 different teams you're almost playing with, the veterans and then the young guys. The importance of those late minutes for those guys to see it. And at some point you're going to need them down the stretch, but to be able to get it in this early in the year.
Yes, no question about it. And you look at a couple of guys in particular, Braxton Jones from New Jersey and Leonard Washington from Middletown, New York. Those guys were terrific tonight. They controlled the action. And when we say impose our will, we want to control the pace of play. And so for guards to be able to do that at a young age, it's an accomplishment. Northern Vermont wants to run up and down. Our bigs can't really do that as much. We can do other things with our bigs. But so our guards, and Curtis Henderson obviously did a great job with that pace to begin, but Lorenzo Washington and Braxton Jones in particular did a nice job of controlling the action. I was very pleased with Mekhi Nelson's effort and his aggression, and Isaiah Middleton also. Both young men, who are doing this for the first time ever. And I think the future's really bright, with that group, and there are certainly others in that class that did well. I told everybody that everybody contributed something positive tonight, so let's focus on that as we move towards St. Francis of PA.
All right, well, congratulations tonight. Enjoy it, and good luck at St. Francis.
Thanks, Ed.